Hi guys, this is Parzival, and I'm back with another sketchbook tour. This is actually a more recent sketchbook tour as opposed to the haul that I've been slowly going through, but I figured that might be a nice change of pace because I am back from my trip to Washington, and I am back in Illinois, and therefore I have my tripod, I have my filming equipment, and I have everything that I've got so I can actually do frequent videos that are not pre-recorded for once. So I figured that I would start that off with these two sketchbooks here that I've done recently. They were done in at the end of April to mid-May, and these sketchbooks are important to me because I actually made them myself. So these are both made with Bristol board, despite the fact this one says cardstock, but it's Bristol board. Well, no, it's not Bristol board, it's Bristol paper, so it's cardstock and it's also Bristol. It's not really like really hard, heavy Bristol board, but it's similar. It's good quality paper, and I punched the holes myself and bound them with spirals bound stuff, and yeah, it's really cool. I actually do custom sketchbook commissions, so if you guys are interested in one, you can hit me up on any of my social media down in the description. But we will come back to that at the end of the sketchbook tour, and I will talk about these sketchbooks. So each of them has different paper in it because this one I was trying different colors of cardstock that I gotten recently at that time, and then this one was the first one that I made where I was trying out different paper. So I will start with this one because this one was the earliest, and I just decorated with a bunch of cute stickers that I had because I wanted it to be cute to match the purple and pinks inside. So this one I started on April 29th and I ended on the 10th of May. It's 5.5 by 8.5. It's got pink and purple cardstock, mixed media paper, and gray printer paper. The gray printer paper wasn't actually all that good, but it's what I had at the time, so I figured I'd stick it in for some variety. This is actually a picture that I made into a sticker myself. It's fan art of Marcus from Thrilling Intent in some 1800s clothes, and you can actually buy this one on my Etsy or my Redbubble. And this is one of Danica Sills' business cards. I have a couple of them because I've ordered from her a few times, so I figured I'd stick that one in my sketchbook because I like her stuff so much. She's one of my favorite artists here on YouTube, and I will link her below as well. So I started the sketchbook with some monochrome stuff, so I drew Twilight Sparkle from Equestria Girls and my character Rosalie because I wanted to try some different stuff in terms of testing out what materials worked on this paper. As I said earlier, this was really a test to see what I could do with this paper and if it was good quality paper. And Copics bleed through, as do most alcohol-based markers, but that happens with almost every paper. And then this was done with brush pen and rose-colored coal erase. I also did some ink stuff, and ink doesn't bleed through on this paper, so it's actually pretty good for ink. At least ink wash. And then here's some fan art of Lois Lane from Superman the Animated Series. Some doodles on mixed media paper of my character Lydon as a robot who has some human parts. These are sketches of my versions of Betty from Thrilling Intent, which is a fantastic online tabletop series. Sketches of my character Luke because I was trying to figure out what his hair looked like and trying to stylize it properly. And my first week of Mermaid. I did one mermaid a week for Mermaid instead of doing a mermaid every day because I was doing other things at the time, and I still want to participate even if I couldn't keep up with a daily challenge. So I made it a weekly one. And this one is Lorelei from Neolands, my D&D campaign. And Lorelei belongs to one of the other players, and I drew her as a mermaid because she's siren themed, and she's our bard. Here's just some logo and initial stuff that I was playing with. A small comic of Luke and Lamb, inspired by a vine that I saw, and a Luke drawing. Thumbnails for a sketchbook commission I did, just like this one, though I drew on the cover for that one. I have a fairy princess themed monster girl. This is my character Leia, and she is an Eldritch Abomination. A sketch of a sticker that I think I might want to do someday. Some sketches of my character Lamb with his ex-best friend Elian. Some fan art of Tho from Thrilling Intent, that's off model, so I drew myself yelling at it. And you can see that I kind of screwed up my hole punching here, but this was my sketchbook, not a sketchbook that I was selling, so I figured it would be fine. I don't particularly care, and I'll just retape it in if something goes wrong. So more Luke and Elian, and a lot of this is actually from the comedy skit from one of the Bill Nye Saves the World episodes, which I recently binge watched. And I like being inspired by quotes from other things. So Elian and Lamb are both Asian Indian, South Asian, and so I decided to draw them talking those words because it's a thing that I enjoy doing with my characters, just to sort of keep drawing, fill my sketchbook, and draw them more often so I get used to consistency. It's also just, in my opinion, fun to have your characters say a quote or something. It's really simple and brings me joy, so I like it. Elian and Lamb again, and this is one of the things where it tore out because of my poor hole punching, so I just taped it back in. Lamb and my sister's character Matt, this is from an RP. Fan art of Thrilling Intent stuff. More Thrilling Intent fan art. Reference page of some new markers and me retesting my ink wash. I have a bunch of post-its that I just pasted in here of stuff that I wanted to draw. I didn't get through all of it, but it was a good reference page to have of things that I wanted to get to at some point in time. Some more Thrilling Intent fan art. Lamb and Elian again. Lamb yelling about the fact that, well, this is Lamb having dad rage because he doesn't like it when people consider children burdens. And it happened in RP, and so he got angry. And excuse the talking in the background if my camera picks it up. My family is a bit loud speaking, and these walls are only so thick in this apartment. And then this last page is more Thrilling Intent fan art with Gregor. But yeah, it's a pretty small sketchbook. It's only, I know it says 22 sheets. So yeah, it's only 22 sheets, which is like 44 pages total. But it's a nice sketchbook to, like, really sort of get through and fill, and I had a lot of fun with different papers and stuff. So that was really neat. It was also the first sketchbook I made, so I was pretty proud of that. And then there was this one. This picture I got from my school's zine fair, and I made these Arrow Ace Pride stickers. And then I decorated the cover with washi tape. And then this is a fidget cube sticker. These stickers aren't super good quality, and I don't know if I can judge quality of stickers, but they like come off really easily, so I stuck them on a place that wouldn't likely come off. And this is 26 sheets, not pages. It's again 5.5 by 8.5, and it's got blue, gray, yellow, green, and ivory Bristol board and white cardstock. And I started this on May 10th and ended it May 18th. So it's almost a week sketchbook, but it's a little bit longer than that. And I started with more NPCs from Neolands, the campaign I'm in. This actually has some of that metallic Bic marker, permanent marker that I use, and I want to see if that would bleed through. So this is Augustus and his best friend / family of choice, Dan. They are not queer for each other, but they are just very, very close family, sort of. They're not related, but they chose to be each other's family, which is always a thing that I like in stories. More Thog fan art from Thrilling Intent, and he is smoking that one because I really, really love that aesthetic. Platonic cheek kisses with Lamb and his brother, and Augustus and his brother of choice, kind of family of choice, whatever. A reference page to figure out which of my liners and brush pens bled under which circumstances, so ink wash versus Copic. More sketches with Dan and Augustus. A drawing of Cal, some Gallivant lyrics, and basically I got really into Gallivant because the complete soundtrack came out around this time, and so I drew, Gallivant, by the way, is a fantastic show. It's on Netflix, and it's basically a comedy medieval show with music involved. And so this is my character Wayfarer, and they kind of possess people because they're kind of a parasitic soul. So at one point they died in the campaign in Neolands, and I drew this to Gallivant lyrics for a song called Goodbye because I felt it was inspiring to me to do so. And this is just a post that I stuck in there for a reference page of the tones that I use for their skin and hair color and eye color. So that's Cal again, who kind of was one of the causes of their death. Me, because I'm like, I need a random person. I'll just put me in there. Wayfarer is also very, very queer for Luke, who knew them as Rosalie instead of Wayfarer. Oops. Wayfarer again. Sketch page of Dan. Sketch page of Dan again. And Lamb and my sister's character Matt being very, very queer for that. Because he is one of my favorite influencers, so it's probably kind of obvious. Lamb and Wayfarer talking, which can't actually happen because Wayfarer possessed Lamb's body and Lamb is not conscious anymore. Augustus sketch page, Kazel sketch page, and Kazel is Lamb's brother. Well, technically Rosalie's brother, but Wayfarer kind of was Rosalie too, so now Lamb's brother, sort of. Caitlin Doughty, she's actually a mortician, and she runs Ask the Mortician, and I will link her stuff below. And she's this really, really cool mortician who is into the good death and natural burials. I love her stuff, and it's really educational to just watch her, channel. It's really neat. Luke sketch page, a Thrilling Intent fusion. This was originally designed by Cures Per Right Now on Tumblr, and I will link their stuff below. And yeah, I love fusions, and I love Thog and Marcus, so I drew the Thog Kiss design. Mermaid Week 2 was my character Leia, who is a Leviathan, so I made her an octopus mermaid. Another fusion by Cures Per Right Now. This is Stash for Thrilling Intent. This is my fusion. This is War Machine. He's my Star Garnet Gemsona OC, who is a mix of Lamb and Luke. More Gallivant-based sketches for my characters. Another Gallivant-based sketch, but this one's fan art for Thrilling Intent. Gallivant-based romantic sketches. Cal, Luke and Lamb again. This was for a pose reference thing, meme thing that was on Tumblr. This is just a page of eyes because I was frustrated with how I drew eyes, so I want to practice them. This one is Shrek themed, and I can't believe I actually said that out loud, but Shrek the Musical has some really, really cool songs, so I was listening to those and drawing to that. This one was for the pose meme again. This one's for the Neolands campaign with Jinx. These are dragons that I did fan art for Flight Rising. They used to be mine, and then I gave them to someone who could actually take care of them because I haven't been on Flight Rising in years. Elion, Lamb, and Luke with Bring It On musical lyrics. Gallivant themed doodle. This one's Bring It On again with Lamb. Mini comic for Neoland's campaign where Lamb was going to get married. This didn't actually happen in canon, but I thought it was a fun scene. Lamb's about to get married and has Cal to be his best man, but Jinx wanted to be his best man, whether he had to get rid of Cal or not. More ink drawings with Lamb, just as like a cheerleader. This was from my friend for their birthday, and this was an art trade that I did. And I think that's the last page. Yep. But yeah, these aren't very long sketchbooks, but I really, really enjoyed working in them, and I thought it was really interesting to work on the toned paper and work with whites and blacks and stuff like that, and just, I don't know, it was really fun. And yeah, as I said earlier, I do take custom sketchbook commissions, whether you want them like decorated with washi tape, or if you want me to draw on the cover and have a commission like something like that on the cover, I can do that too. That information will be down in the description below, and it will link you to my sketchbook commission page. I should actually put both of these next to each other so you can see both of them. But yeah, that will be, I guess, generally it. So yeah, I take sketchbook commissions, and as usual, if you have any questions or videos you'd like me to talk about, they are below in the description. As a reminder, I try and post twice a week, Monday through Thursday, but My internet here isn't really all that great, and it takes quite a bit of time to actually upload. So on a longer video, it might take longer to get up, or if my computer is going to be a pain in the butt. But if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments, or contact me on any of my social media. That also includes if you have anything you'd like me to talk about. And as usual, I will link anyone I have mentioned in the description as well. And thank you all so much for your support. Bye!